Hello guys, si Kesan Velosa ulit ito at welcome sa part 2 ng episode 2 ng laro tayo ng Back to the Future the Game. So, wait lang, check ko lang kung nagre-record siya maayos. Teka. Okay. Continue. Load game. Last episode na nalaman natin na disgrasya lalo yung timeline ni Marty kasi muntik mamatay si RT. So ngayon, kailangan naligtas na natin siya kaya lang kailangan maipakulong natin si Kid Tannen. So teka, okay. Start. So load natin 'to. Tuesday, August 25, 1931. So ayan, hanapin natin yung actually alam natin kung nasan yung speakeasy. Pero kausapin natin si teka, Salvation Station. Ano yan? Listen to your mothers. Stay sober. Join the Stay Sober Society.
Donate to the Clock Tower Fund. What's wrong with the clock tower? It's not broken, is it?
Not in the slightest.
Whew.
It's just painfully drab. I'm raising funds to commission a sculptor to place a couple of handsome ornamental statues on either side of the clock face. Something to inspire the citizens to do their civic duty.
Something like lions?
Or gargoyles. You can't beat a good gargoyle.
Ay kasi wala yung statues doon sa clock tower. So, ano yan? Itong Stay Sober Society, kailangan sumali dito yung kinalaban natin kahapon sa sa Baldur's Gate 3, yung pasaway na anak ni Ketherick Torm. Anyway, go. Continue. Natin pwede pakialaman yun, no? Okay, fine. Kausapin naman natin siya.
Hey, Edna.
Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
What are you doing?
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder. And also keeping a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
Broken any stories?
Broken any stories tonight?
Only the usual. Mayor Thomas trying to slink out of the speakeasy. Frankie Needles crashing his car into a fire hydrant. Nothing that'll get me the front page.
I've got a story for you.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Tannen arrested. Arthur McFly returns. Carl Sagan spotted in town.
I can't tell her that. It could get him in trouble. Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Arthur McFly returns.
I can't tell her that. It could get him in trouble.
Ay, ano ba?
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh? What is it?
Sige to. Tannen arrested.
Kid Tannen arrested.
Oh, glorious day! When did it happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna.
Keep me posted.
Nice song.
What was that song you were singing earlier?
Do you like it? I wrote it myself. It really gets the toes tapping at the Stay Sober Society meetings. Although I suppose that could be the Shakes. Would you like to hear it again?
Sige.
Sure.
I knew if I waited long enough, somebody would request it. You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. It's not too late to redirect and start to care. Don't despise the good and pure. Time to rise up from the sewer. Wash off all that foul manure. Show the world you care. You should care. You should care. what people think of you. Of goals that you could name, reclaiming your good name is what you ought to do. You should care, you should care. If your reputation is in disrepair, it's not going to hurt you to reclaim your virtue, for you should care.
Medyo
Catchy.
sintinado.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's got a good hook to it.
One needs a good hook if one is fishing for souls.
What with you and Emmett?
What's going on with you and Emmett? The last time I saw you, you seemed to be kinda interested in him.
That was before I belatedly realized that his agreement to host my Stay Sober Society was a clever ruse to ferry barrels of hooch to his so-called laboratory.
Sorry about that.
Now his very presence fills me with an irrepressible urge to pick at his philosophical and intellectual foundations with every tool in my vocabulary.
So you're not dating?
Dating? The mere thought of romantic involvement with that undisciplined techno-anarchist is preposterous.
Good.
Ano pa? Ito, sige. Tell me about Tannen.
What's Kid Tannen been up to for the last 2 months?
Didn't you hear? It was in all the papers.
I've been, traveling.
Well, the feds were all set to arrest Tannen on tax evasion charges. Seems they'd gotten Tannen's books from his accountant.
I heard something about that, yeah.
Well, the accountant disappeared, unsurprisingly. But the feds still thought they had a case. After all, they still had the books, right?
Right.
Wrong. The day before the trial, the books up and vanished right out of the court's evidence locker.
No.
Lots of fingers were pointed, but honestly, the whole town's so corrupt that it could have been anyone. Court clerks, cops, janitors.
So kids walking around free?
Free, clear, and laughing it up in his new speakeasy. The feds want to bring a case up against him, but without those books, they've got nothing.
Fine. Bring Kid to justice.
Couldn't Kid be brought up on other charges like, say, running a speakeasy?
In a perfect world, yes. But no one in town seems to care about prohibition anymore. The feds are only interested because of the lost tax revenue.
Tell me about Parker.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
Parker? Just another soul lost to the twin vices of booze and despair. I've asked him to tell me his story for my column. Sort of a cautionary tale, but he's never in the mood to talk to me.
Tell me about Trixie.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about Trixie Trotter, would you?
Kid Tannen's latest conquest? Well, she claims to be a lounge singer from Seattle, but my sources in Washington have never heard of her. I mean, honestly, Trixie Trotter, what kind of name is that?
Pang porn. About the speakeasy arsonist.
Whatever happened with that speakeasy arsonist?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Me?
Don't play coy with me. I may not have any journalistically acceptable proof, but I know you had a hand in Carl Sagan's daring escape from the authorities.
Sagan's innocent.
Didn't you think that Sagan was innocent?
I used to, but after he escaped, 2 more speakeasies were torched in Colfax and Georgetown.
That's just a coincidence.
Coincidence? Or is our friend Carl a serial arsonist?
How about you and dogs?
What have you got against dogs, anyway?
They're smelly, rude, completely unable to take care of themselves, and frankly, they're not very bright. If I had my druthers, dogs would be banned from public places.
Harsh.
It's a harsh world, Mr. Crockett.
See ya.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Pwede kaya natin kopyahin yung kanta niya. Nasa atin pa ba yung ano? Wala na yung tape recorder sa atin. Empty chloroform bottle. Pwede sana natin kopyahin yung kanta niya eh.
How goes the fundraising?
Not so good. Must be the depression. Maybe I'll apply for a government grant.
May use kasi yung kanta niya eh. Kaya lang wala tayong kopya. Ayaw nyo tayong bigyan.
Sonny, you're just in time.
How have you been?
How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to you.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science.
Thanks for watching Einstein.
So, thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
It's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
More like decades.
What are you doing?
What's the story with the little car and all this equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but there'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world. Aha! Got it!
Got what?
I'll show you. Ready to go, Einstein? Watch this. When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
Einstein!
No!
Get him out of there!
Not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Nothing.
Napunta siya sa...
I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone.
Anong goal natin? Hanapin pa rin yung speakeasy. Get into the speakeasy pa rin natin find. Pero, teka. Kasapin natin si 80s Doc. Flaphouse door. Transients welcome.
Hey, Doc. How's the room?
It's a little cleaner than I would have imagined for a Depression-era flophouse. How are your investigations going?
You're in the park.
Why didn't you tell me I'd run into your younger self tonight?
Because I don't remember being out here tonight. Clearly, your interactions with my younger self 2 months ago have slightly altered my personal timeline. I never have the nerve to perform public experiments like he's doing. No matter. Those experiments will be forgotten once I've seen Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yes. Right now, my younger self is fiddling around down there with rocket propulsion systems for his demonstration at the expo.
The thing that'll kick off your scientific career.
Exactly. Now, the rockets are a horrible idea, and I'll soon realize that they'll never work. But eventually, I'll wander into that movie theater and see Frankenstein and clear my mind. I've kept the ticket stub from that movie in my wallet ever since. See?
Why?
Because it's during this movie that I'll have the inspiration for my breakthrough at the expo.
It doesn't have anything to do with reanimating the dead, does it?
Not the way you're thinking, no. But during that famous scene when Colin Clive turned the wheel that raised that shrouded figure into the tower and that bolt of lightning struck, well, let's just say more than one brain was reanimated that night.
Save Einstein.
Emmett's not having much luck getting Einstein off the courthouse.
I'm not surprised. Einstein's a smart dog, but heights give him the willies.
What can we do?
I've got it.
What?
Just get my younger self distracted, and I'll handle the rest.
Okay. About Trixie.
I haven't really made any progress with Trixie yet.
Well, get out there and make some. If she doesn't blow the whistle on Kid tonight, he may never be brought to justice.
Where's the DeLorean?
Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in a DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
What a speakeasy arsonist.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
Why 1931?
I never did get a straight answer about why he came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know.
Run this through me for me again.
Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kid Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its fail-safe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kid Tannen. But Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kid Tannen's goons.
Yes, so you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kid Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
Uh-huh. So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, we'll send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
About Kid Tannen.
Why are Tannens always such jerks anyway?
It's hard to say. Rogue Neanderthal genes in their DNA, perhaps.
Just keep your head low, Doc. I'll be back soon.
I'll keep an eye out for your grandfather.
Okay, kailangan natin i-distract si, Emmett, si 1931 Emmett. Ito pala siya.
Don't worry, Emmett. I'm sure you'll get it right someday.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. Right now, I'm more concerned with Einstein.
Take a break? Teka. What went wrong?
What went wrong with your rocket car?
I'm not entirely sure. As soon as we get Einstein down, I'm gonna go look for it.
Tell me about Parker. Tell me, seen Frankenstein?
Have you seen that Frankenstein movie yet? I hear it's pretty inspirational.
Not yet. I've been so busy with my rocket car that I haven't found the time. But I'm planning on going tonight. At least I will once I get Einstein down.
Okay. Take a break.
Why don't you take a break from Einstein Patrol for a minute? Maybe go see a movie or something.
Thanks for the offer, Sonny. And once Emmett Lathrop Brown sets his mind on a task, nothing can distract him from his purpose. And right now, that purpose is rescuing your dog.
Find your rocket car.
Why don't you go look for your car now?
And leave Einie stuck on a ledge? Never! Dogs are much more important than any silly rocket car. Especially one that doesn't work at all.
Okay. What's with you and Edna?
What's up with you and Edna? A couple months ago, I could swear she was making goo-goo eyes at you.
That was before my father had her Stay Sober Society meeting thrown out of our house. Now she takes every opportunity she can get to snipe at me and my work. It's very distracting.
Okay. Tell me about Parker.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
My pop says he's a good cop when he's not drinking.
Good.
Of course, now I hear he drinks all the time.
May alam ka di kay Trixie Trotter?
You know anything about Trixie Trotter?
The songbird of the Sierras? The nightingale of the north? The floozy of the foothills? Never heard of her. And I've definitely never snuck into Tannen's speakeasy to listen to her.
Booking. Eh, paano kaya natin siya
I'll go
i-distract?
off and see if I can get some help.
You do that. I'll stay here and see if I can think of a way to get Iney off that ledge.
Pasok nga tayo dito.
It's locked. Guess I'll have to find some other way to rescue Iney.
Kailangan natin siya i-distract, pero paano? Stationer's door. Barbershop sign. Ay, pwedeng gawin natin dito.
O'Malley and Sons.
Ay, wala. Babasahin. Ano, reading lang. Type. Okay. Andito yung speakeasy, pero may na.
How goes the fundraising?
Not so good. Must be the depression. Maybe I'll apply for a government grant.
Edna!
What?
Subukan natin. I got the story for
I
you.
got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
Wala eh.
Kid Tannen arrested.
And the time this happened?
Later tonight.
Keep me posted.
Teka, may nakita ko siya.
Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
Would-be inventors strands dog on courthouse.
Young scientist strands dog on courthouse roof.
What?
Look over there.
Oh, for goodness sake. Mr. Brown.
Please, Miss Strickland, not now. Can't you see I've got a rather delicate situation on my hands at the moment? My trial run...
Trial run? Public hazard, I call it. And I'm sure my editor will agree. This scientific enterprise of yours represents a clear and present danger to public
You
safety.
know what represents a clear and present danger to public safety? Your singing voice.
There's no need to get personal, Mr. Brown.
Believe me, I have no intention of getting personal with you.
I'm relieved to hear it. Flying cars, of all the ridiculous
You
juvenile
mock
notions.
me, but just imagine
Nice.
a world in which traffic
Pasimple.
jams and car crashes are a thing of the past.
I might be more inclined to listen to you if your maiden voyage hadn't ended in a crash on one roof and a stranded dog on another.
I'm working on getting him down. Iney, how'd you get down? Clever dog.
Well, fortune favors you tonight, but I warn you to be more careful in the future.
Now, how to get that rocket car back down?
Ito na naman si Einstein.
Hey boy, how you doing? Good dog. Testing. Sibilance.
Hey, quit playing with my equipment.
Sorry.
Bakit na pwedeng... Mm.
Edna!
What?
Kailangan natin makakuha ng copy ng kanta eh. Nice
How's
song.
that song going over?
Oh, if only I could convince a few of these night owls to stop and listen. Would you like to hear it?
Mm-mm. Tignan natin kung copy ng lyrics.
Maybe later.
I'll be here all night.
How's that song going over?
Oh, if only I could convince a few of these night owls to stop and listen. Would you like to hear it?
Okay, sige.
Sure.
You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. It's not too late to redirect and start to care. Don't despise the good and pure. Time to rise up from the sewer. Wash off all that foul manure. Show the world you care. You should care. You should care. What people think of you. Of goals that you could name, reclaiming your good name is what you ought to do. You should care, you should care. If your reputation is in disrepair, it's not going to hurt you to reclaim your virtue, for you should care.
Catchy.
Kailangan bigyan tayo ng copy nun eh.
See ya.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Okay.
Who sent you?
Ulysses S. Grant.
What did you bring me?
Meat and potatoes.
What's the word?
Words are for wimps.
Parang may clue yun ah. Trash can. Anong meron?
Ew. Ew.
Yun lang.
Ew.
Crates.
Cabbage crates. Must be for the soup.
Wala. Paano kaya yung clue nun? Hindi ko magat yun ah.
Who died and made you boss?
Hieronymus Bosch? The Old Grey Mare. Joe Piscopo. Bruce Springsteen. Doris Day. Am I Boss Hog? Ito, sige, try natin to. Kasi parang intindi ko yung kung ano yung last word eh.
Boss hog?
What will you do tomorrow?
So, dapat letter T. Read the book. Row my boat. Radio for help. Saddle up to your boss. Lego your ego. Jump for joy. Wait till Tuesday. Wait for till Wednesday. Could you repeat that? Sige, try natin to. Wait till Wednesday?
Wait till Wednesday?
Take a hike, Squirt.
Okay, ulit. So, hanapin natin yan. At least yung isa
Who
alam ko na.
told you to come here?
Boss hug.
Boss hog?
Mali. Okay.
Who told you to come here?
Kailangan natin here. Ito. Hieronymus Bosch.
Hieronymus Bosch?
What will you do if there's a raid?
Raid. Radio for help.
Radio for help?
Where are you going?
So, hanap na dapat going and dulo. From Russia with love. Englewood, Borneo, Livermore, Rome, Atlasburg, Falcon Crest, Hill Valley. Would you repeat the question? Okay, Borneo?
Borneo.
Hindi. Hindi ko naget kung ano yung kailangan.
Who gave you the right to knock on my door?
Okay, door. Doris Day?
Doris Day?
What will you do if I break your leg?
Set it up to your boss. Ready for help. Jump for joy. Wait till Wednesday. Ito. Lego your ego.
Lego your ego?
Where you born?
Borneo.
Borneo.
Welcome to L Kids, sir.
Buti medyo slightly confusing lang pero hindi naman pala ganun kahirap.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to once again present the hottest little number this side of the Rockies. And when I say my pleasure, I think you'll know what I'm talking about, am I right? So let's have a big L Kid welcome for the one, the only, Trixie Trotter.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Out of my way, kid. I got some sorrows to drown.
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what people think
Ano?
of me.
Ang bilis eh.
I'm happy, go
Kabaliktaran ng lyrics ni ni Edna.
carefree.
Find out why Trixie won't betray Kid.
I don't care if I do get the
Hey,
lead and stony stare.
Nice suit.
If I
Where'd you get it?
never
Costume shop at the mall. I had it custom made.
Yeah? Quality material. Who are you? Where you from?
The name's, Sonny Crockett.
I'm a local guy. I'm a stranger here. I'm one of you.
I'm one of you guys. Don't you recognize me?
No. Come on. What's the dope? Spill it, or I'll...
Go easy, kid. From the cut of the suit, I'm thinking he might be with the Valenti gang.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yes?
Prove it. You ain't leaving till you show me some bona fides.
Okay. Ito yung yung lighter gun.
In gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti. You know, a cigarette lighter shaped like a gun seems like a really bad idea. I've got a little something here that might convince you.
Don't even blink.
It's not a real gun. It's not a real gun, I swear. It's a gift from Don Valenti. See?
To your family from mine, in gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti. Looks like little Sonny Crockett here really is with the Sacramento boys. You got stones, Pee-wee. I like that. Have yourself a drink on the house. Matches, put down your gun. You look like a moron.
Hey,
Take a hike, Squirt.
See?
hey, bartender.
What'll it be?
Give me a drink. Ah, give me a drink.
I'll have a drink.
What's your poison?
Peps, on second thought, forget it.
Suit yourself.
Teka. About these caricatures on the
So
wall.
about this, portrait gallery of yours,
What about it?
what's it all about? Who are those guys?
The caricatures hanging along the wall of honor commemorate those who are no longer with us on account of having ticked off one Irving Kid Tannen.
They're the guys the kids killed?
Well, of course not. They're just a bunch of guys that Kid didn't particularly like, and that at a later date turned up dead. It's what do you call it? A circumstantial coincidence. Yeah.
Are you drawing?
What are you drawing?
Another celebrity caricature.
You drew those?
Prohibition ain't gonna last forever, Bub. I gotta have a skill I can fall back on when all this goes away.
Okay, okay. Sige, try natin. Draw me.
Think you could do a caricature of me?
Sure. Presto!
That really doesn't look like me.
I didn't have much to work with.
Sino Officer Parker?
I'm looking for a cop named Parker.
Then this is your lucky night. He's sitting next to you.
Ah,
Him?
Yep, quite a sob story, that guy.
Sob story.
Oh yeah, job troubles, dame troubles, psychiatric troubles, you name it. You get him in the right frame of mind, he'll talk your ear off about him.
tell me about Trixie.
What can you tell me about Trixie?
You trying to put the moves on kids, dame?
No way.
Good, because if you did, I'd probably be hanging you on the wall of honor. Know what I mean?
About you.
So is your cold all better?
My cold?
Yeah, when I saw you a few hours ago, you were sneezing like crazy.
Mister, I ain't had a cold in over 2 months.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Wrong guy.
Okay, so wala na.
Thanks for the talk.
Next time, order a drink. This ain't no library, you know.
Okay. Pwede kaya natin ilagay. Kasi dapat idikit natin yan eh.
Do I really look like that?
Ah, dito. Yun, dito.
I always wanted to be famous. The shrew didn't burrow deep enough. Checkerboard Charlie, removed from the board. I guess someone jumped him. Not a pretty bunch.
Huwag na muna.
Hey kid,
What is it, Squirt?
About your operation. Nice club. What's the Wall of Fame? What's the Wall of Fame?
what's that wall of fame all about?
That, my tiny friend, is where I pay tribute to fallen foes. Cut short in the prime of life before I had a chance to cut it short myself.
They're the guys you've whacked.
Whacked?
Rubbed out.
Not in any legally actionable sense, no. Whacked. I like that.
Nice club.
That's a nice place you got here.
Ain't it? I picked out all the statuary myself when I was traveling through Greece.
I can tell. It's got that tannin touch.
Thanks.
About your operation.
It's good to see you doing so well. The boys down in Sacramento were starting to get worried.
With all due respect, the boys down in Sacramento can bite me. When that creepy Sagan guy burned down my speakeasy, did the Sacramento boys lift a finger to help me back on my feet? No.
Well,
And when that weasel accountant McFly went and blabbed to the feds, did the Sacramento boys help me get rid of the evidence? No.
but,
I had to put 3 more cops on my payroll to pull that one off.
okay, but
But nothing. When you get back to Sacramento, you let JJ Valenti know that Kid Tannen expects a little more respect for his efforts in the future. Understand?
no problem, kid.
About Trixie.
How long have you and Trixie been going out?
You mean knocking boots? Oh, about a year now.
That's a long time.
Tell me about it. I keep meaning to dump her for a newer model, but then she starts singing at me, and I remember why we got together in the first place.
Love?
Free nightclub entertainment.
Okay.
See ya, kid.
Yeah, whatever.
Siya kailangan natin kausapin pero huwag naman natin ka. Si Q-Ball. Si Q-Ball muna.
Hey, back off, kid. I'm trying to entertain some people here.
Okay. May ilang time pa tayo sa teka lang. Microphone.
Way down in Louisiana, down in New Orleans. Maybe not.
Hey, I do the singing round here.
Okay. Kausapin natin tayo. I'll go.
Hey, you!
You talking to me?
Yeah, jerk. I saw you making eyes at my Eunice.
Oh, lay off, Ernie. He's kind of cute.
You think you can just waltz in here and make a play for another fella's girl?
No.
Give me a break. She's not my era.
Now you're gonna insult her? I ought to paste you one right on the...
Let him go, Ernie. Jeez, you're a mean drunk.
Okay. So, teka. Kausapin natin si Trixie sandali.
Excuse me, are you Trixie Trotter?
That's what it says on my dressing room door. At least it would if I had a dressing room.
What's a nice girl like you?
What's a nice gal like you doing with a guy like Tannen?
Kid ain't so bad. He just takes some.
Hey, Toots, any chance you could sing that can number? The guys really love the way it shows off your, assets.
Whatever you say, kid.
And quit lazing around. I ain't paying you to yak with the drunks.
You ain't paying me at all, you bum. What were we talking about again?
Why do you stay with Kid?
You were telling me what a great guy Kid is.
Yeah, I guess he is a pretty crummy boyfriend. But until my insurance policy checks out, I guess I'm stuck with him.
Insurance?
Yeah. Look, I may not be the brightest bulb in the marquee, but even I know you don't break up with a creep like Kid without something to keep him from going all crazy on you.
Insurance policy?
What's this insurance policy all about?
Are you kidding? There's only one person I trust with my secrets. But I ain't seen him in weeks.
You don't mean
Artie McFly.
Artie McFly?
You know him?
Not as well as I thought.
Before he took a powder, Artie was tutoring me in all sorts of stuff. Etiquette, philosophy, accountant. He's a regular Renaissance man. He even had one of those smart guy professor's pipes, see?
Can I borrow this?
Sure. I've been secretly working on my get out of Kid card for weeks now. But Artie's the only one I trust to check my work. You can't be too careful when you're dealing with a maniac like Kid, you know.
Nice voice.
I really like your voice.
Thanks. You should hear me when I ain't so under the weather.
You're sick?
Oh yeah, sore throat. That's why I'm giving Cue Ball so many extended solos tonight.
I kind of wondered about that.
Okay. End na muna natin guys, saka natin
Break a
tuloy.
leg out there.
Thanks.
She's supposed to turn on Kid Tana tonight? Okay, Doc, if you say so.
Okay, save na lang muna natin guys. Tuloy natin next episode. So, teka. Save and load. Save natin dito sa ating save file. So, isa pa. Speak easy. So, end na muna natin guys. Gerson Veloso signing off guys. Tuloy na lang ulit natin ito next episode.